Uh, Hello everyone, welcome to DS class. In today's class, I am going to explain the third type of queue. The name is double-ended queue, or you can say it as DQ. The first type of queue is ordinary queue. Ordinary queue. Second type is circular queue, and third type is double-ended queue. The name itself indicates double-ended queue is the one where the elements can be inserted and deletion can be performed from the both the ends. Earlier in the ordinary queue, what we are doing? We are performing only one operation at one end. Like from the rear end, we insert the element. From the front end, we delete the element. But in this third type of queue, from both the ends, we can perform insert and delete. You can say from the rear end, we can insert the element. From the same rear end, we can delete the element. Similarly, from the front end, we can insert the element as well as we can delete the element. It contains 5 operations like inserting the item from the rear end that we already know in the ordinary queue. Then inserting item from the front end. It is the new operation. Similarly, deleting an element from the front end that we have done in the ordinary queue. And fourth operation is deleting an element from the rear end. It is new one. Then display is same. Out of these 5 operations, that 1, 3, 5 already covered in the ordinary queue. Only second and fourth are left that we covered in that I covered in the today class. Like first operation, inserting an item from the front end. For that, uh, it contains 3 cases. In that first case, how to insert the element from the front end when queue is empty. uh, like I have taken 2 tables here. First one for showing before inserting the element, then second one will display after inserting an element. In the first table, it is empty. When it is empty, if front is 0, rear is -1. When both are going to satisfy, that time you can say the queue is empty, or you can write if front greater than rear. Okay, but in this condition you have to check both front equal to 0 and rear equal to -1. You can perform this condition for checking the empty or not. If it is empty, then insert the element. Now how to insert the element? So bring that rear position from -1 to 0 by using rear equal to rear plus 1. In that, earlier the rear is at -1, now it is at 0. So rear equal to rear plus 1, q of plus plus rear, q of plus plus rear is earlier -1, now it becomes 1. At q of 1, insert the new item. New item will be 10 will be inserted. Okay. Then the second case, some items are deleted from the queue. Earlier the queue contained 10, 20, 30. But out from that, by using delete operation, we have deleted 2 elements from the queue. Like by using deleting element from the front end, we have deleted these 2 elements. Now I want to insert the item from the front end. So the first table indicates after deleting which is left only 30. Then I want to insert 20 at from the front end. 20, inserting 20 at position 1 from the front end. uh, for that, yeah, we are making use of these 2 table. For that, you have to check that front is equal to 0 or not. Until front not equal to 0, we can insert the element from the front end. Now the front will be at 2 position. Bring that front to 1 position. How to bring it? Front minus minus. I can say minus minus front. It becomes 1 now. So q of minus minus front, at that place you can insert an item. Item is 20. 20 inserted at position 1. Earlier it is 2, now it becomes 1. Then return the value. Then similarly, third case, some items are inserted. Now insert the element from the front end, but front end is not free. Okay, in such case, it's not possible to insert the element from the front end. So these are the three cases that should be implemented in a single function. So initially, this is for first case when queue is empty. This is for second when some elements are deleted from the queue. Then this one is the third case. Okay. Initially, some elements are there at that position. It is not possible to insert any element from the front end. Okay. So it is for inserting the element into double-ended queue by using second type of operation like insert item from the front end. Then deleting the item from the rear end. Okay. So in that you have to check that it is like first table indicates after inserting 10 to 20 30 the rear reaches to the position 2. If you want to insert from the if you want to delete the element from the rear end, you have to bring that position from 2 to 1, because after deleting 30 earlier the rear value is at 2. Now it should come back to 1. So rear equal to rear minus 1 will bring back the position of rear. First delete, then decrement the rear pointer. Uh, which element table we are deleting? We are deleting 30. It is at which position? Q of rear. So Q of rear will be Q of rear is 2. Q of 2 is 30 will be deleted. Then bring this pointer to at 1 by using rear equal to rear minus 1. Then we are representing by making use of a function. Then here you can actually it is int, make you replace this void with int. Why? Because we are returning an item here. Then if front greater than rear indicate that the queue is empty, return minus 1. If it is not empty, delete the rear element, rear value minus minus. So delete the element, make the pointer to the previous location by using this. Then why I am using this? If front greater than rear, front equal to 0, rear minus 1, I am going to reset the front and rear pointer after deleting an element. Okay. This is how the deleting an item from the rear end works. Uh, like in the ordinary queue, we are calling all three functions in a main by using switch statement. For the circular queue, double-ended queue follow the same step. Like in the switch for the double-ended queue, case 1 for inserting the element from the rear end, case 2 for inserting the element from the front end. Then similarly, third, fourth, fifth options will be called in the main function using switch statement, like case 1, case 2 up to case 5. uh, I'm not writing the code again because it will follow the same concept like we applied for ordinary queue like this. Okay, only cases get increases. Okay, just go through the video. In the next interaction class I'm going to solve the queries on it.